Hi, howdy, welcome back. I know it's been a bit. This is one of several videos I'm filming tonight because I now have the ability to that week off and my family has left the state, you know. So as you can tell by the title, tonight we're looking at Dose of Color's Pretty Cool palette. However, if this is your first time, before we get into anything, feel free to reach down and hit like. If this is not your first time, feel free to reach down and hit subscribe. Then like what you're waiting for. But I don't want to push you. I don't want to be overbearing on that one. You know, whatever you're comfortable with. However, the more people that do like and subscribe means I do get contact with more people about makeup. I do love to talk to people about makeup. I love to hear opinions on it. I hate to feel like I'm talking to myself most of the time. Okay guys, let's take a look. Let's crack into this. You guys saw my Marvelous Mauves video before. So I got this at the same time, but the timing for this video and the other one fell right before my family came into town for Little Bit's birthday and then right after. So it's kind of spread out. I meant to do one immediately after the other and it just didn't happen. Oh, come on, stop fighting me, bro. There we go. Now, this one is supposed to be basically a cool toned palette. It's called Pretty Cool by Dose of Color. And I keep doing that. I keep dropping these little plastic pieces. I mean, I'm not 100% sure what purpose they serve shoving them in there other than to keep the dust from going everywhere. But it is what it is. Now, before we get into it, I'm just going to say it. I do like the way they make these cases. I do like the feel of these cases. They're like almost like a rubber, a plasticky rubber, but they feel sturdy, they feel strong. Like I don't feel like this is going to die in my handbag if I have to throw it in there for a trip or something. So I just want to give that a shout out. Boom, boom, boom. Now these are supposed to be all basically cool tone to neutral colors. Boom, boom, boom. As you can tell, there are different undertone colors to it too. Like, this is definitely a purplish undertone. It's kind of like a champagne-y undertone. Grayish to greenish. I mean, it looks like almost a grayish green, and we'll see how it looks on my eye. Now, the palette does come with this. It's a two-ended brush. Like, I seriously hate these kind of brushes. You can't wash them really well. It's just the way they sit, you name it. You're always destroying one brush out of the two. So what is the effing point unless all of your brushes lay down? You know what we're going to do? Okay, our first eye is going to be these three colors. Our second eye is going to be these three colors. And we're going to see what we think about this. Now, I loved the Marvelous Mauves. I did. Let's see what we think about this. Now, I have been leaning more towards purchasing cool tone palettes lately. Kind of contemplating purchasing the Jeffree Star cremated palette because I do like a smoky eye and I do like cool tones and I do love the color range in it, even though it is an all gray palette. But I'm still on the fence. It's an expensive palette and I don't necessarily want to sink my money into something where it's basically only variations on one thing. Let me know, guys, what do you think? Have any of you guys tried the Jeffree Star cremated palette? I do want to know. I am super duper curious. Or nosy, however you want to phrase it. I'm not even going to pretend on that one. Nosy is okay as a title as well. Okay, let's start off with our first eye. You know what? Let's swatch. I'm forgetting to swatch. I am just kind of in a hyper excited mood today, and I think I'm forgetting to do like a ton of stuff. And I'm not trying to forget. Oh God, these are soft. Okay, anybody who's watched the prior video will know this is cruelty-free, paraben-free, and talc-free. The number one ingredient in this is mica. Oh, check this out. Now, I loved the Marvelous Mauves. And this one is just as soft and clearly pigmented. I'm really enjoying this brand. Like, I wasn't expecting to. I ordered it on an impulse because of an ad I saw on Instagram. Happened to pop into my feed and I'm like, huh? Our last one. Now I am liking that color selection. I'm not even gonna pretend. I do like the colors. Like some days I am not in the mood for a warm palette, or I would like something that almost smokes out a neutral look. Give me a second. Let me grab my finger wipes because I don't want to be smearing this on everything. Now I did order one more of these Dose of Color palettes. It's called Blushing Berry, but I'm still waiting for that one to come in. That comes off with a lot of color. Like there's a lot of pigment in these. Like I said, they're talc free. The first ingredient is mica instead. And these actually have the cruelty-free little bunny on the back. Let me point that out right there. See him? Which actually is a bonus for me. I do like to purchase ones that are cruelty-free. It's not a must or die factor for me when I buy makeup, but if my two choices, one is cruelty-free and one is not, I will go with the cruelty-free. Mostly because I've seen the videos and it's like, ooh God, that's terrible. But yeah, we see we've got the bunny, this is cruelty-free, and we've got the leaping bunny. So, sorry. So that is that. That is actually a big deal. So we've got Smoke Show, Fine Print, Sign Off, Let's Chill, and Topless. As in taupe the color taupeless. So we're going to see how these look. These do kick up quite a bit of powder. I am surprised how soft these are every time. And I'm super looking forward to the Blushing Berry coming in. I mean, we're in summer, but my mind is already planning out my fall wardrobe. My fall clothes, my fall everything when the temperature drops and I don't feel like I'm in a walking sauna or potentially an ingredient in soup. Can't be the only one that is tired of heat already. Although, if I was, I wouldn't be shocked because I have a low tolerance for this crap. Like, I'm fall to winter. Okay, we're putting on our second one. We're just gonna see how we look together. I like how easy it is to make that like almost socket line arch. That is really, really pretty. And then let's put in our smoke shade. See, this is definitely a basic, like everyday kind of palette, and I'm actually loving that. Blend a little, and that is I1 using the first three colors in this palette. It's not what I would call super deep or super dramatic. Definitely not. But it's not bad. I'm like I said, this feels more like an everyday palette. It's soft, it's subtle, it's natural. Now I do have a little fallout on here, but I'm pretty sure that's from my smoke shade because I just really kind of got in there with it and then I didn't even tap it off. I'm not even gonna pretend. Like part of that is definitely my fault. I use a shade switcher. Okay, let's try the other eye. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. Sorry about that. My camera is trying to tell me it is on its last leg battery wise. Don't worry, I will get to finish this video before we hit that point. Okay. Okay, that's our base color. So we used is just smoke in the other eye. It is not what I would call super dark. Like, it's not that it's not pigmented, it's just not meant to be a super deep shade. Okay, let's pop into this one. Not even gonna try and pretend. Yeah, see now, I thought it was a greenish color because of the way it presented in the camera. No, this is definitely a gray, like a gray. I like that though. Oh my. Ooh. That spread out a little, didn't it? It suddenly looks like I have an aggressive eyebrow arch. I think my brush got a little excited there. Yep, a little excited. Boom, boom, boom. At least I'm not trying to take over the Klingon Empire. It's really close though. Okay, we're gonna go with our darkest shade. Ooh. Okay, let's buff and blend. Okay. That is the whole palette. All 6 shades used. First 3 on this side, then the other 3. There's only one color that overlaps between the 2. Let's take a stand up and look and see how this looks. See the first 3, pretty subtle, an everyday look. Here's my swatches. This side is designed to get a little bit smokier, a little bit darker. Like how I'm looking at it in the mirror is definitely darker, and ooh, that one shade got away from me. That's okay. Now, what do I think of this palette? I think the colors are very soft. I think the formula itself is very soft. It's very blendable. It's definitely an everyday palette. You're not going to get that deep, stunning look that you're thinking of. Possibly you'd get that in the Marvelous Mauves, but that's not really what this palette's designed for. This is pretty cool shades. This is designed to be basically like an everyday palette. You know, not exciting, but the kind of thing, you got jeans on, you got a t-shirt on, throw on a little makeup, and you're good to go. Like, that was the design for this palette, and I like it. I'm not gonna lie, it was not expensive. Dose of Color is actually not what I would call a super expensive brand. It's not like super cheap and you get it for like $3. That's not it. I think I paid $30 for this, but if you sign up on their website, they do email you when they have sales, and they just got done with their summer sale, which is 40% off everything. So like the Blushing Berries that's coming in the mail, I only paid like $19 for, which was a really good deal for me. I'm looking forward to demoing that one. I get the feeling that one's a little bit more dramatic than this one, but I like it. Definitely like it. Like, it's definitely worth the $30. I think the Marvelous Mauves is a little bit more of a stunning one, but if you're looking for an everyday palette, this is a good one, and I do like the fact that it is cruelty-free. Like, we've got our Leaping Bunny and all. I do like that. Some of my more favorite brands recently have come off of the bunny list, and that actually kind of hurts me. Like, I'm a little saddened by that. Like, Charlotte Tilbury used to be on the cruelty-free list, and then she has come off of it. She has suddenly opened up sales into China. Last I heard, they had a store pop up in Shanghai, I think, of her stuff. And Chinese law requires, if you sell makeup or cosmetics in their country, they have to, and I mean have to, undergo animal testing. Personally, I say just close off the market. Just Don't deal with China or let them get it in black market style. Don't set up an actual shop, do like shipments in or something. I'd say stick with Leaving Bunny. I'm more likely to buy it, but that's just me. Okay, anybody else try this brand? Anybody else have any opinions? Like, I'm thinking this is an everyday palette. Even its 3 darkest shades together is not making what I would call a super smoky eye, like super stopping. It's not doing it. But it is definitely more dramatic for if I'm going out for the nighttime. Okay, tell me what you guys think. Anybody else try this brand? Anybody else try this palette? Anybody seen a comparable palette? Like, for its price, it is not what I would call super expensive. Like, it's not, and it's decent quality. So anybody have a dupe for it? There's one for you. Anybody come up with a dupe for it? Because I would love to hear about dupes as well. Okay, guys, give me a shout out in the comments down below. Sorry, I'm scratching. You can't tell. I got a new piercing. The day just got pierced. It's still tender and it's kind of itchy. And with the sweat, I never know if it is healing or just sweat that itches. Summer. Okay, let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear comments. I would love to know if you guys know of a dupe or if you would call this a dupe for something else. Would you call this a dupe for something else? Let me know. I am interested. Like, I am liking this mica-based formula. I do think it is softer than some of the bigger brands these days. Like, if anybody's tried Tom Ford lately, they have been bought by Estee Lauder, and their base for their pressed powders is back to talc. And I do think that this is a little bit softer and a little bit more easy to work with. Like, I like this formula better. I know it's a weird thing to say about such a luxury brand, but I think I like this formula a little bit better, and I do think that one went down in quality, but I think this being a smaller company has allowed it to invest in a little bit different direction, and I do like this. Like, I am liking this brand. Anybody else? Leave your comments down below. I would love to talk about it. Okay, guys, it is that time of the episode. I'm going to wish you guys a good evening or a good day or good night whenever you're watching this. Remember, be safe, wash your hands, social distancing, wear a mask, be kind to your essential workers. And for those of you that are coming out of lockdown, let's not get too excited. And for those of you that are suddenly going back into lockdown, Texas, I'm looking at you. Be safe. Come on, let's have some common sense. Okay, guys? Thanks. Have a nice night.